Yeah, it's one of those things, but looking at you can't pull out of the system and
Right.
just expect, because what happens is inflation starts eroding everything, right? Yeah, your gold and silver will hold its value, but it's not necessarily growing in value to bring you more assets, right? It's not creating additional revenue for your additional assets. It's just holding its buying power. You know, um, Taking money that you have, if you have an excess of cash sitting in a bank, because a lot of people are afraid, I don't want to lose my money. And that's right. I mean, once you start losing it, and that's Warren Buffett rule number one is don't lose money. Rule number
Mhm.
two is see rule number one, because once you start losing money, you're going the wrong way.
Right.
And not only are you losing the money, you're losing the time it takes back to get that lost money back that you should have been gaining, but you were just getting your lost money back. So that doesn't count as a true gain. But looking at what's going to create revenue streams for me, what's going to create assets, and what do people need? People need what? Food, clothing, shelter, right?
Shelter. Yeah.
You're not gonna, unless you're a farmer, and you have chickens or whatever. Okay, great. So you're creating a food structure. You've got to be able to defend that. But going back to housing, I love real estate as part of a financial plan, not all of it. Again, I don't think anyone should stick all their eggs in that one basket. But real estate's a great investment. Protected asset classes, we talk about that as well, where
Mhm.
you can actually get market returns, or market driven returns, excuse me, and not worry about down markets. And so that's gonna protect you in those down years. You don't gain that year, but you don't lose the money, which means you don't lose the time when the markets start picking back up. I mean, our market driven system, the capitalist approach to what we do, is it perfect? By no means. However, it is the best system that's out there. I'm a true through and through capitalist. And it's one of those where you've got to educate yourself on what to do, but you've got to participate in the system in order to really grow your money. You can't hunker down and have a
Right.
treasure chest in your backyard of gold or cash or whatever and think that it's going to be okay. Maybe if you're debt free and you don't want to leave a legacy or anything like that, but you've got to participate in stuff.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anything else to add? I feel like I'm rambling on that a little bit, but it's such an important thing. I
No,
just
I
want to
mean, I
kind of
wanted to have the question answered for my crew because I'm like, if they have the question, I know a lot of people do. But yeah, to your point, like you've got to participate in the system. I like some people that are really extreme and don't want to do anything. It's like, okay, and what happens if none of the stuff you think is going to happen happens, right? And you've spent all
yeah,
these years just sitting on your money and not growing it,
yeah,
and you're behind. So you want to take precautionary measures and be prepared, but not be, just living in a scarcity mind. And,
It-
I mean,
and that's
really,
a big part of it, right?